Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, it's Wednesday, hump day. Glad we made it to hump day. We have a little bit left in the week, but a lot of people have the day off. It's Juneteenth. We'll tell you more about a celebration going on today coming up. But first, we'll do a little news. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. A Greene County deputy is recovering after being shot trying to arrest a man wanted on several felony drug warrants. The Fugitive Apprehension Unit was serving a felony warrant at a house in Springfield when the man started shooting at police. One of the bullets hit a deputy's bulletproof vest. Can you imagine?
Wow. No.
Possibly saving the deputy's life. Unbelievable. The 41-year-old shooter is being held in jail now and will face new charges related to the shooting. So, man, God bless that
Praise
deputy.
God for body armor.
No kidding. It did its job and saved the life of one of our officers. An autopsy on Springfield native Riley Strain confirms what was suspected. The 22-year-old college student was extremely intoxicated the night he disappeared in Nashville, Tennessee. His blood alcohol level was almost 3 times the level considered illegal to drive. He also had THC in his system, which is legal in Tennessee. Riley was last seen leaving a bar by himself in downtown Nashville. His body was found 2 weeks later in the Cumberland River. Of course, he's from Springfield. His family's in Springfield. He was going to the University of Missouri at the time of this tragic
Terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
awful.
All right. Now to this, another Kansas City Chiefs player on the wrong side of the law. Backup defensive tackle Isaiah Buggs spent 2 nights in jail in Alabama in an animal cruelty case. Buggs's bond was revoked just hours after being released on a different crime, which was suspicion of domestic violence and assault. Court records say someone broke into an apartment with an tire iron, and the woman who lives there reported Buggs dragged her down some stairs, causing injury. So both of those cases are now ongoing, and neither one of them good.
Yeah, man. Come on, Chiefs. Let's get it together.
Yeah. It's interesting because his attorney has not yet made a comment. Like, he denies everything. So there's that. But no comment made, and they did obviously have probable cause. So,
All right. We'll watch that play out. We are approaching fireworks season, as you know. Starting tomorrow, fireworks sales are legal in the state of Missouri. It's for just several weeks around the July 4th. They are fun, of course. They can be dangerous also, of course. In fact, in 2022, the latest numbers show that just in the state of Missouri, 324 people were hospitalized because of fireworks injuries. That's just not injuries. Those are hospitalizations because of fireworks. Across the country, 11 people were killed in fireworks accidents. Fireworks stands can stay open in Missouri through July 10th. So the state is now out in front of this, trying to remind people to be careful with fireworks. And
it is worth the reminder.
I think so. I mean, I don't know that people heed the reminder because everybody thinks they're bulletproof, but man, fireworks has never been something that our family did growing up. I love to watch fireworks when the professionals do it, but it makes me a little uneasy when people are doing fireworks. We used to go to a friend's house years ago, and he put on an incredible fireworks display, but I was always nervous for him when he's down. He was down the hill working on the fireworks.
Yeah.
Sometimes he had there were some kids nearby when he was doing it, helping out a little bit. It just always made me nervous.
Yeah.
Did your family do fireworks growing up?
No, not really.
No.
I
didn't like it.
I can remember the little
sparklers.
I think they were called snakes, and they were like a little black. It looked like a little black, like thumbtack thing, basically. Yeah. But you like set it on fire and it would grow. Kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I think
nothing explosive.
I think safety was a factor in my family not doing it, but I don't think that was the driving factor. I think the
Yeah.
driving factor was that I'm not gonna light my money on fire and blow it
That's
up.
yes. Yeah, my mom would be like, no.
What are
There's
you
no way
doing?
we're spending money on that." Yeah,
Let somebody else do it, watch
yeah.
theirs.
The apple did not fall far from the tree.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I can't imagine spending money on it, but, some people do, and I
And
appreciate
it's fun to watch
because I can
when they know
enjoy
what they're
theirs.
doing. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I told you yesterday about all the resurfacing happening in Ozark. It is the summer construction season, road construction. That's still going on. And now in Springfield, stuff is starting up as well. Starting Sunday, about 20 miles worth of road segments in Springfield will be resurfaced. So if you're trying to get anywhere in a hurry, especially on neighborhood streets, that may not happen because of all the construction. So, you know the drill when you live in Missouri.
Yes. All right. We told you about the Missouri woman wrongfully in prison for the last 43 years. Wow.
Yeah,
43 years wrongfully imprisoned. Her
unbelievable.
family says they are very ecstatic to get her back. Sandra Henney was convicted of a brutal murder in 1980. The judge now says that her attorneys have proven her innocence and a deceased police officer's guilt. Yes, a then police officer who
Wow.
had ties to the crime scene apparently was guilty. He died 9 years ago. So there's
Wow.
that.
Wow.
The Innocence Project has been working on Sandra's case and come to find out, they say she was highly medicated at the time. She was suffering from a pretty severe mental deficiency at the time when investigators coerced her into a false confession. For now, county prosecutors have 30 days to determine whether they're going to dismiss the case, which feels likely, or whether they are going to try her again. Based on the very lengthy stuff I've read on it, I feel like she will be released, probably not retried, because again, it was a judge looking over the new evidence from attorneys who work for the Innocence Project saying, yes, this was a gross miscalculation of what happened
Miscarriage of justice.
and miscarriage of justice. Yes.
Well, it's still odd to me. That explains a little bit more about why she's still in jail for 30 days, because waiting on the prosecution to decide whether or not to retry. But if the judge has deemed her innocent, I don't know why the system is set up to keep her in jail. She's
Because there was at one point a conviction, a
right,
prosecutor who convicted her. So, I mean,
but the conviction has been overturned by a judge. No,
yeah, yes.
so her
I don't know.
conviction.
The Innocence Project thing is interesting because I don't know.
Where in this is in
I need to
Missouri? Do you
phone a
remember?
friend. I need to phone a friend and I can't. So
Uh,
it's too
I'm
dark and
just
early for that.
I'm just it's I mean it's a unique process because most of the time this doesn't happen.
Right.
So there is a process in place for how this works out, but it's odd to me if a judge says that she was wrongfully convicted, she's
Yeah.
innocent. It seems to stands to reason that you would let her walk out of jail immediately.
Right.
Now, there are processes in place for a reason. Probably, I'm just ignorant to them.
Too.
I would be curious to find out what they are.
Yeah.
But I would say this: let her out of jail, and then and maybe sometimes they keep them in jail for their own good, just because they don't have a support system set up at all, no place to live, nothing like that after 43 years. But this woman seems to have family. But I would say, and then the prosecutor still has 30 days to retry. And if the prosecutor wants to retry, then we decide whether she goes back to jail during the trial or stays free. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
It's interesting to me. I'm interested by it,
Yeah.
and I'm perplexed by it.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And what a case. Oh man. What a story she has to tell.
And I mean, that's going to be a Netflix story. It's got to be, right? A
Yeah.
documentary on how this happened. What did
Yeah,
the
there's
police
so much
officer do?
detail. I mean, like we're just skimming the surface, but
Right.
there's so much detail. I mean, this police officer who died, by the way, in 2015, So, you know,
Well,
anyway,
that's weird too because he can't try to defend himself. This
right.
this is just oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, this is for parents primarily, I guess, and college students, but a lot of parents I know were having trouble with the FAFSA. And starting on Monday, you
I have
can get some free help
I was gonna
on the
say
FAFSA.
I have trouble saying FAFSA.
Saying yes, that is the free application for federal student aid.
Yeah.
And I remember filling out the FAFSA. So for some reason, I apparently can say it properly, but I do have to think about it before. I can't just like spit it off the end of my tongue. The government redid the form, and then a lot of people just were not being able to figure it out by deadline. So, and there was a deadline, but now they're offering you some free help this upcoming Monday, which is the 24th. Write it down. From 11 to 3, you can go to OTC, which is there on East Chestnut Expressway, Ozarks Technical Community College. Head into room number 236, and you will get some help for free on getting that thing filled out. First of all, it tells you whether you're eligible for student loans and most colleges actually require that you fill it out. So there you go. If
All
you are
right. I
anything
mean,
like me and don't want to go through that insane process, it's kind of like doing your taxes. Like I could figure it out, but I would rather go ask someone for help. So there you
well,
go.
hey, free help to save me money? That sounds like a
Yes.
win-win for parents all over the
Yes.
place.
Yep, Monday the 24th, 11 to 3. There you go, at
Okay.
OTC in Springfield.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, if you have a kid in your home, ages 3 to 17, and they don't know how to swim, tomorrow is their day. Yes, the Springfield Greene County Park Board Aquatics is doing a big swimming lesson at Grant Beach Pool. Starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a 1-hour program. They'll have 30 minutes of instruction and then 30 minutes of free swim. It is free, but registration is required. You can do that at parkboard.org/aquatics.
And they're calling it the
The
world's
world's
largest swimming
largest
lesson.
swimming lesson.
That's great.
It makes me wonder how many people will show up because it's only an hour. I don't know. I mean, I've taught a lot of people how to swim. I feel like I need more than an hour.
Okay. Maybe
So,
it's just it's the very basics and then you can
yeah, I mean, honestly,
sign up for more.
they're teaching survival because it's, drowning is a thing.
Yeah.
And so there is a way to teach water safety, drowning awareness. But if
Well,
you're
good
if
for
you're
them
thinking
for
like, long term, like my kid's going to be on the swim team, like this is not that type of a lesson, but rather
no.
survival.
No, and it's good because so many people are scared of the water, and if they fall in, it's a problem. It's a real
Yeah.
problem.
And they need to know how
Yeah,
to survive, which you
basics.
can. You can flip over on your back. They'll show you how to do that, how to float, how to keep your head above the water,
Right.
etc.
Get to the side.
Coming up on Friday, this Friday, June 21st, you can also enjoy a free movie at Jordan Valley Park, thanks to the park board. The Little Mermaid will be playing at 9 p.m. because that's about what time the sun goes down these days. Bring your own lawn chair and blankets, and there will be concession stands for sale as well.
Yeah, I guess it can't start till 9, can it?
I know it's interesting because they said at dusk, and then I was like looking up the actual time, and it's going to start at 9. But yeah, I mean, it's so bright
Right.
at 10 till 9,
Yeah,
basically, that, yeah, if you want to watch it in the dark,
that makes it
9
tough.
p.m., yeah, is the time.
Yeah. Um. All right. Hey, today is Juneteenth. We mentioned that off the top. It's a celebration of the end of slavery in the United States, and there is a festival from 9 to 9 today over at Jordan Valley Park at the fountain there. There will be a little stage set up at the fountain, and there will be music, speakers throughout the day. Food trucks will be there, so everybody is invited to go to that if you're interested. And mark June 9th or Juneteenth. Juneteenth.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay.
All right, I guess that's it. Thanks so much for joining us. We are glad you're here, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
Yep. Share it with your friends, and good on you for staying tuned, watching or listening. And we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow.